In this short video I will deal with how to interpret the map of landscapes, the map made by Per Smeds. First you need to find it. You do that at the municipality of Horsens. Go to Web Court, and then we need to add it. It's one of the additional maps. Remember, we need to use this tool here. Then we get a list of excess maps, and then you choose Baggrundskort, background maps. Close this again, and now it's available. We would like to remove the green color that we see here. This is just a way of showing the municipality of Horsens. We can find it under Administrative Inddelinger, Administrativ Grænse. Click here, and then we have the green color removed. Now we need to find Per Smeds map. It is under the group of Andre historiske kort here. It's the topmost map, and we add it here. Now we have a view of the map of landscapes made by Per Smeds. If I zoom out a bit, you can see it's just a map that have been scanned in. What you see at the map is the different landscape types. You can see there's a difference here. There's one type of landscape out here in the west, and one type here. This indicates the ice margin that once were lying here in the middle part of Jutland, where meltwater ran out on the meltwater plain here, bringing sand and gravel with it, deposited it here. And here in the eastern part of Jutland, the ice was lying, and the soil type here is mainly dominated by moraine clay. Let's look at Horsens. There are different signatures here. I will put out a legend for you in its learning, so you can take it from there. First of all, we have this signature here that tells us that this is mainly moraine clay underneath the topsoil. And then we have this signature, the orange signature here, indicating that we have end moraines or push moraines. You should imagine an ice coming from the southeast, pushing up these hills by plowing up parts of the underground and pushing it together in slabs in this end moraine. One thing about end moraines is that you can never predict what they contain. If you make a drilling in an end moraine, there could be a lot of repeated stratas, meaning you could find slabs of, for example, plastic clay mixed with quaternary sediments. So beware of end moraine areas. I'll zoom in a bit more. This signature here tells us that we have a tunnel valley where meltwater from the ice has escaped and has eroded deeply into the landscape. Hansted Valley is a significant feature in the landscape close to Horsens. The dotted signature here where we have Horsens simply just indicates that it's a city we have here. There's no geological feature to this signature. It simply just indicates a city. Another signature that we have in abundance here are these round signatures. They indicate that we have a kettle hole landscape. Kettle holes are formed when blocks of ice gets covered in meltwater, sand and gravel and soil, and lie there isolated and melting only slowly. When it melts, there will be a depression or a hollow left in the landscape. Sometimes we have lakes forming in these depressions, other times it can be dry holes, but it's a significant landscape feature. We also have this landscape element here. These are made, for example, if you have a crack in the ice and you have meltwater sediments coming into the crack, filling it up. Imagine when the ice melts, we have this left, this imprint of the fracture left in the landscape. It could be meltwater clay, or it could also be sand and gravel. In this case, it's clay. Here's a meltwater channel, and if we go south of Horsens, we find more tunnel valleys. Here's a very narrow tunnel valley lying here, indicating that water drained away this like this. These are the most important features for the part of the Horsens area that you're going to work with. We'll talk much more about landscape elements and landforms in a later lecture.